The company Nura, which is famous for bringing out the headphones Nura phone and the Nura loops, have finally given us earbuds. And today we're going to be talking about the NuraTrue. Let's talk about it. Now, what you get in the box, this is basically how it looks like when it is brand spanking new and you're getting it out of the box, right? You do have quite a few different things going on here when it comes to the earrings, okay? So these are just the normal earrings that you've got there. Then you've got the normal tips as well. And what's really good as well is they actually give you a pair of foam ear tips as well, which I find really good. I have used them a few times, but for me, for some reason, these ones just work much better. As you can see, these just work much better for me for some reason, as well as the case. Now, I do have the bigger ones going on in there, okay? And when I open this, it's basically sitting quite fine and quite snugly in there. Now, I remember the first time I did change over to the larger ear wings, I did have a problem getting them in there. And even now, I just know how to put them in there, but sometimes it's just a little bit finicky, okay? I mean, I'm being as totally open as I can be with you for you guys. But yeah, it is just a little bit finicky when it comes to that. But when it comes to everything else, it is really good. And one of my favorite things about the case is the little LED. Wait, let me show you how that goes. So that, and then that. It shows you it's got 4 bars. That is really cool. And when it came to the status between pros, it doesn't have that. So, well, it has one light, but I really do appreciate those little lights just down there. But anyway, moving on to the fit. Now, what are some of the features of these pair of earbuds, right? So first and foremost, it has about 6 hours of battery life with 18 in the case, so therefore 24 all in all. It's got hybrid ANC and social mode. So the social mode, it's basically kind of something known as immersion mode. So you've got that going on. The ANC, the active noise cancellation on these is actually pretty good. It's not industry leading by any way, means, shape or form, but they're pretty decent and they work very well. They work very well for me. So yeah, they do the job for me. They do very well on that. Now it does have the personalized sound, as Nura is very famous for, and the initial setup normally takes you about 5 to 6 minutes. All right, so that's basically how it does. Now it does have IPX4 rating. Okay, now that is for rain and sweat, not for immersion. I beg of you people, not for immersion, for rain and sweat. I have been outside and these have been rained on. UK weather, go figure, that's just how it is. You're normally going to get rained on, but personally I have been rained on in these and they were perfectly fine. Nothing untoward basically happened with these. All right, now when it comes to the actual earbuds themselves, they actually look very nice as well, and the fit of these it's sublime. Okay, if they do give you a few options of earrings and ear tips and foam tips that come on in there, and basically the combination for me was on the left side I had the biggest earring as well as the medium tip, and for my right I had the large tip as well as the outside wing tip as well, the larger wing tip, and that's basically what happened for me. And these stayed in my ears like a glove. They were literally, once they were in there, they were in there. They were not moving, they were not going anywhere. When I was running around, they were perfectly fine. When I went to the treadmill, they were perfectly fine. Honestly, these stuck in so beautifully. I honestly have no complaints about them. However, with the wings though, I did realize the slightly bigger wings did kind of give me more ear fatigue. In all honesty, I'm being totally honest with you guys. And I remember I wore them for about 2 to 2.5 hours, and my right ear specifically did start hurting quite a bit. So I remember when they were in there, they were fine, but when I touched them to just try and move them around, it just didn't work. They were really sore. So yeah, I just took them out and waited for about an hour and a half and put them straight back in. But apart from that was fine. But yeah, they are built very well, and they fit so well in the ear as well. So yeah, no complaints here. Now, when you're looking at the actual build of this, I think they're built very well. And one of my favorite things about this actually is the case. It's got a really nice matte black looking. It's not really too glossy, but it's quite solid as well, with a very nice magnetic cap. Now, if I grab over here and grab these ones, okay, these basically are the status between pros, and these are the ones that I have been complaining about the case. And this is by far the worst thing about this case, but yeah, or about this pair of earbuds. But yeah, we're not really going to be talking about that today. We're talking about the Nuras. Now, it's got a really nice magnetic case there, as you can see, and the case itself as well has actually got magnets right there at the top. And look at this, that's quite medium. That's me really trying to get them out. So the magnets there are fantastic. And the USB-C charging port is right at the back, so you can charge them lying down. Unlike this one, which is at the bottom. But again, moving on. Now, you're gonna ask me, Caleb, how do they sound, right? These sound fantastic. They sound so good, all right? They sound so good. And that's one thing that Nura is very popular for. The sound is always amazing. And the reason why they do this is because they have a signature way in which they actually give you sound. So they basically measure all the earbuds or headphones or Nura loops, whatever it is that you're using. All of the Nura products basically use a sound signature that is personal to you. So if someone else is using your settings, it may sound absolutely trash to them. But when it comes to you, you're just like, yo, this is heaven. This is absolute fire. So these sound really good. The bass is deep, strong, rumbling, nice and tight. It doesn't get too much. Like it sounds really good. The mids as well are really nice, and the highs are fantastic. Now, the thing about these though, initially, and fair play to them, initially they actually had a sound problem. They were not loud at all. If you're listening to a quiet podcast, you're hardly going to hear what's going on. Personally, that was my opinion. That was my experience. Now, what they did happen, again, credit to Nura, they actually did bring up a firmware update that basically allowed us to increase the volume of the actual earbuds. That's like the total limiter was actually removed. But then with that, it did become louder. But then sometimes I found that it kind of lost the essence of the sound. Like the sound just lost a touch of the quality, and which for me was quite sad, because I thought these were going to be absolutely phenomenal. But all in all, as a sound package, these sound really good. Again, if I grab these, they sound better than these. They honestly sound better than these. They sound nice and wide. We've got a pretty wide sound stage as well. It's not too close, it's not too compact, with really good sound separation as well. So if you listen to these, you are absolutely gonna love these. Like 100% you're gonna absolutely love these. These are probably the best sounding earbuds I've personally ever used. They are much better than these ones, I won't even lie to you. But then again, these cost $199. These are less than that, so it's totally up to you. But these sound absolutely fantastic. They sound absolutely amazing. Right, so quick mic test, all right? This is basically how they sound. I'm in a very quiet room. I'm alone at home in my living room. My wife's away at work, so it is what it is. But in any case, this is basically how they sound just normally. So I'm just talking as normal as I can right now to everyone, okay? So this is basically how it sounds. How does my voice sound? Does it sound good? Does it sound bad? Let me know what you think. So as usual, I'm going to just do crowd noise basically in the background at 50% starting off. All right, cool. So this is basically at 50%, okay? It's not too loud. I can kind of hear what's going on in the background. Well, I can kind of hear what's going through there, but it's not too loud. It sounds perfectly fine for me, in all honesty. But what do you think? How is my voice actually doing? How is the mic actually picking up my voice? Is it robotic? Is it quite clear? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. So this is now moving up to 80%, all right? Right, so that is 8% volume. So yes, I can hear that there's a significant amount that has actually just gone up there. So what do you think? Is my voice clear? Is my voice not clear? I'm trying to talk as normal and as the same as I can, just so you can tell the difference with what's going on around me, okay? So now I'm going to move this on up to 100%. Cool. So that's basically at 100%. Now I can really hear what's going on there. That does sound very loud to me, but then that's maybe just because it's so condensed in an area right in front of me, and that's basically it. But whenever I go outside, I can kind of hear what's going on around me, but the ANC does do a pretty decent job going on around. So apart from that, this I can hear what's going on, but we're talking about the mic, so let me know what you think right now, okay? Now, I'm just going to pause that for a second. Now, in my previous videos, as you saw in the status between pros, especially when it came to the Bluetooth connectivity, I did have a fair few conversations with a few people that are saying that's just how the normal Bluetooth goes with when only one mic is working per time.
And as I've looked into this one as well, I didn't know if you wanted to see that or not, but let me know if from now on, if you always want me to be showing that in my future videos, I'm more than happy to clip that in there. So yeah, let me know if you want me to be showing that test as well. But basically, with what I saw, it is true in the sense that only one mic works per time. God knows why this happens, but only one mic works per time. I tried it, and a lot of the time actually it was the right earbud, which was always working, which was quite weird. But when you put in one earbud to the other, it actually tells you that the Bluetooth is transferring over to the left earbud and vice versa. So that works fine. You can use them independently of each other, so that's not a problem. But when you're on a phone conversation, it only uses one mic at any given time. Again, I have no idea why that happens, but probably because of Bluetooth coding, it's just maybe easier for that to happen. So yeah, moving on. Let's see how these mics do outside with wind and everything. Right. So firstly, that's how they look with the sun. Not too bad, not too bad. And right now it's really windy outside. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how it is when it's outside. It is quite busy where I am. There are quite a few cars passing through, and there's quite a bit of wind right now. So this should give you a good idea of how good basically the voice isolation is on this. So yeah, to be honest, it's a sunny day here in Edinburgh. Loving life, loving life. I really should be wearing sunglasses right now, but hey, c'est la vie.
So basically, these sound really, really good. They have got decent active noise cancellation. They've got fast charging, 6-hour battery life. They've got hybrid ANC. They've basically got social mode, immersion mode as well. That basically gives you more rumble and bass going on. You've got personalized sound, and the app is fantastic. Are there any cons to these? The honest truth is yes. And that's mostly to do with the touch controls. So they're capacitive touch controls. So they basically just tap right on the end. So unlike the Nura loops that you basically had a dial, like a dialing feature that you could basically go up and down when it comes to the volume feature, this does not have that at all. So even if they did bring up a firmware update to try and add the volume in there, it may just be a long hold, and then you're basically able to increase it and decrease it and whatever. So that's basically what's going on with these. Now, credit to Nura though is they really do listen to their customers, and they've got a really good reputation of this. When it came to the newer phones, they added ANC after the headphones was released, which I find absolutely insane. And then with these as well, when they first came out, as I said earlier on, that the volume was a problem, but now the volume issue has been fixed and then some. So when it comes to later updates, I do believe that they're probably going to add a bit more, if not much more, volume connectivity, basically giving you more control with the buttons. Well, just the one button there, just trying to give you more options when it comes to your taps and everything, because right now it's just one tap and double tap and nothing else. So they hopefully they're going to be able to give you more when it comes to that. But again, you shouldn't really be buying earbuds or any technological product with the promise of it being fixed later on. Buy something that you know you're going to be able to use now and be happy with. All right. So apart from that, they're really, 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 really good, and I highly, highly, highly recommend these. I highly recommend these. Finally, before I head out, I just wanted to say a massive, massive, massive thank you for 200 subscribers. It is insane. The past month, as you can tell, I have not uploaded for more than a month, and honestly, guys, life has just been crazy. Life has just been crazy. My wife is now pregnant, so that is taking up quite a bit of my time. I just got a new job, so that's taking up a lot of my time. I'm pretty active with my local church as well, and we've got so much going on with freshers and new students coming along. So it's like my time has just been cut thin. Like, I have literally traveled well over 2,000 kilometers in the past 2 to 3 weeks. So yeah, I have been absolutely stomped with work, with my wife Eunice just being pregnant and everything, taking her to scans and stuff like that. So yeah, it's exciting times, it's great times, but I just wanted to say sorry that I've been away for so long. But in any case, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for the support that you're showing me. I really do appreciate it. Is there anything else that you wanted me to basically check out or maybe review as well? I do have a few things lined up. All right, I've got a few things lined up. So watch this space. It's gonna be pretty good. I do have a few things that I want to talk about. I want to review. I've actually been delivered them as well. So it's me just getting some time to film and everything, but hopefully I'm going to be able to do that within the next week. I'm going to just try and bulk record and then just release them all at once. Not at once, but like release them over a period of time. But yeah, I just want to say thank you so much. And as usual, if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe it. My name is Caleb. It's an honor and a privilege to speak to you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.